Helo, mae'n braf iawn cael bod gyda chi heddi. Mae'n fraint mawr cael bod yng nghwmni gymaint o dalent. It's fantastic to be here today and to listen in to such talent. My name's Lleucu Siencyn and I'm the Chief Executive of Literature Wales, Llenyddiaeth Cymru. We're one of the national companies funded by the Arts Council of Wales. And in a way, our mission is to inspire communities, develop writers and celebrate the literary culture of Wales. And we do this by offering opportunities for writers to develop their work, to take part in community events with literature, and also to tell the world who we are through the written word. But more importantly, it's why we do this and with whom. So for us, these are our important areas. We work a lot with children and young people. We work a lot to tackle underrepresentation in literature and to give voice to those who aren't currently heard. And we work a lot with health and well-being. And we're really pleased to have been working along the way with the Royal College of Psychiatry in Wales, because together we can really make changes to people's lives. We really believe that taking part in literature, whether as a writer, a reader, a listener, or a speaker, can really help with issues to do with mental health. It can bring us together. It can help us to express our fears and our hopes for the world. This is a very important area, but also it's been such a privilege to hear young people, and it's vitally important that young people have a voice in decision made by our government on the future direction of their own lives, what happens to them in schools, in society, and for future generations to come. And then having these debating skills is really valuable for articulating a point of view we might feel very strongly about, a point of view that somebody else might disagree with, as well as listening skills, listening to others. We live in a very divided society, and the more we can nurture the listening and the appreciation of others' views, the better. And this is what we learn from literature, from centuries of poetry and theatre, to whatever's around us now, to hip hop, to spoken word, to scripts on the TV, as writers and as readers. Oedd clywed pawb yn dehongli pryderon o blaen ynglyn â thechnoleg yn fraint iawn I cael clywed sut mae pobl ifanc yn taclo yr pynciau a themau mwyaf pwysig I ni heddi, ac hynny mewn ffordd cryno a hyderus iawn, a dyle pawb bod yn falch iawn o hunan am eu cyfraniadau. The debate contributions were thoroughly well researched and well balanced, and I really enjoyed listening to all of them. I can't believe what a fantastic job all the young people have done in this process. And I know it's not easy filming and presenting to a virtual audience. This may be the future, so it's a very good skill to practice. And I was really intrigued by some of the emerging themes from this particular debate. It's a really important debate to have right now. There are issues in accessing mental health services. And in a way, technology has had a role to play in increasing that access. And that came across very clearly in the conversations we heard by the young people. And in a way, pandemic has been a terrible experience for so many people, but it has brought us closer together in many ways. And there are some practices that we think we might continue with. And using technology in this way is indeed a positive. There's also a great way of how technology has helped us not only with medical appointments, but also as family and friends, has kept us together. How many of us really have been able to Skype our grandparents in a way that we could never before. There's a lot of reflections on the importance of social interaction and how being part of a social interaction can help prevent some mental health problems. We are human beings, we are social creatures, and even small-scale social interactions are important for us. There are so many pressures on young people associated with updating social media and screen time and what people are exposed to, and this was so eloquently articulated by the young people. And we as an older generation, perhaps those of us who weren't brought up with a single piece of technology in sight. We've got to be mindful on one hand on how this affects young people, but also our role in listening to others. And young people are indeed the experts in this, and they can teach us as the older people here in positions of responsibility, whether they're teachers, parents, or chief executives of arts organisations, how to utilise this technology for the best and minimise the harm and risk for young people. There's also a question about whether we lose our social skills through technology, but obviously technology brings with it another raft of social skills. It's been such an education for me, so humbling to listen to the talents of these young people. I can only say, please carry on, talk to each other, listen to each other. The future really is in your hands, and it's making me feel extremely hopeful. Diolch yn fawr iawn i chi gyd, a phob lwc gyda'ch dyfodol.